This year's worst performing top 10 cryptocurrency is XRP, at least so far. And we've been here before. And before you give up your XRP bag, you might want to take a look at what I'm going to show you in today's video, because we've been here before. And it was a moment in time right before XRP absolutely exploded. And now we're seeing it in the fundamentals, in the utility, and I'm going to show you the technicals as well. It's all lining up right before we set for takeoff. So we should actually be thankful that these crypto media outlets continue to FUD, disrespect, and disgrace XRP despite our developments, utility exploding with activity picking up at a time when we're seeing the rest of the blockchain space confused about legal clarity. We have that as a competitive advantage as well. And I think that it's putting us in a perfect position for this bull run. So stick around. I'm going to show you what we're talking about. This is going to be a quick video focused on cryptocurrency. Let's get right on into the update. Now, starting off here, we do see Tony Valentino says the black swan is Harris. Buckle up. Let me know what you guys think about these markets. The betting markets have started to flip back a little bit more towards Kamala, but we're in the final stretch right here. Only a few days left to go. Who do you got? Let me know in the comments down below. Not who you voted for, but who you think is going to win. Now, we're going to take a look here. We got an update on the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. The Second Circuit Court of Appeals has entered an order that the SEC brief must be filed on or before January 15, 2025. So, whether or not the SEC filed their notice of appeal late, was it a day late? Was it on time? Will we ever know? It doesn't really matter, because clearly the Second Circuit Court of Appeals is accepting it, and they're saying that the brief is due by January 15th, or the appeal will be dismissed. So the SEC, although they filed this appeal, and although this has been accepted, the brief must be filed by January 15th, or if the SEC wanted to back out, or if the chairman got fired. Right? I don't know if Trump would be in office by then, January 15th. What's inauguration day, the 20th? So maybe he wouldn't be in by then. But maybe the writing would be on the wall. As I've talked about, maybe Gary's going to step down before Trump gets in and gets a chance to fire him. But nonetheless, if it's not in the hands of the Second Circuit Court of Appeals by January 15th, this case will be over. That's the next date to watch out for in this SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Protos putting out informed crypto news in their bio. This year's worst performing top 10 crypto is XRP. Let's take a read. Now, like I said, I love to see this. It reminds me of when I interviewed legendary investor Rick Rule, and he says, I love the hate. I love to invest in asset classes or companies that are absolutely hated. And we've seen that in the precious metals, right? Precious metals, boring. Nobody was interested. A relic of the past. Now we're smashing all-time highs, and we've actually beat out the performance of major stocks as well. Now, same thing ready to take place here in XRP. A lot of hate, a lot of disrespect. Nobody wanted to talk about us. Now they're forced to talk about us. And if they're not completely biased and they take a real look at what's been happening with XRP, it's been an explosion of development, utility, and the fundamentals are absolutely there. But what do we get? We get more FUD articles. So they're talking about here, with the total crypto market cap 680 billion higher than January 1st, holders of XRP are disappointed, to say the least. Even troubled stablecoins like Tether, with its 19 run-ins with the U.S. government, including a Manhattan U.S. attorney investigation this month, have performed better than Ripple's promoted coin. Now, that is not true. Okay, I don't know who wrote this. Who wrote this article? Protos staff. This is a joint effort by the Protos staff. Well, they really are, scraping from the bottom of the barrel here. Wow. To say that we haven't even, yes, XRP is down on the year and a stablecoin like Tether is doing all right. Sure. Okay. This is what I said. They're doing everything they can to FUD this thing out. Does Tether have any upside potential? No. Does XRP have upside potential? Absolutely. And I'm going to show you it has a whole lot of that. So yes, of course, you have much more downside exposure seemingly on XRP. I mean, we don't know, is Tether going to stick around? What's going to happen with Tether? What is your downside exposure on Tether? We don't really know. I guess eventually we'll find out. But in the meantime, yes, of course, XRP's perform worse than Tether, a stablecoin, because it actually is volatile, right? It has the opportunity to go down just like it has the opportunity to go up. But, they like to take these cheap shots. Now, they talk about the court case, how we did that. The XRP community also celebrated major scalability upgrades, new stablecoin, banks using XRP. Yep. Starting tokenized real world assets. Yep. It's all there. It's really good. None of it earned XRP more of a bid over its competitors among the top 10. Year to date, XRP is down 17% and has shed $5 billion in market cap. Can XRP move 17% in a day? Abso-freaking-lutely. And that's what they leave out, right? That's what they're not telling you, is that, yeah, you're down 17% year to date. Cryptos like XRP can move 10, 20, 30% in a day. So we can gain back that $5 billion in market cap. Oh, whoa, that's so scary, right? You got these meme coins that are shooting up to $10 million market cap on the XRP First Ledger memes. You know, is there 10 million of value in, I won't name the coins. Hell no, right? It's all a joke. As I've always said, market cap is a figment of your imagination. It's a vanity metric at best. So, oh my gosh, we lost 5 billion of our market cap. And what they forget to mention is that XRP was trending and doing the exact same thing back in 2015, back in 2016, right before it absolutely exploded, was the best performing cryptocurrency in the 2017 bull run, right before it went up to the number 2 spot, and even at one point in time, took out the number 1 spot of Bitcoin. Take a look at the chart that I'm referring to right here. This is your weekly chart from Bitstamp going all the way back to the 2013 peak, right? That was the peak of the 2013 bull run. These 4-year cycles that we've been following. Now, XRP did get a little bit of a run up here towards the end of 2014, and then it pulled back. Now, see, this is a 95% correction. Even if you measure from this move, it's a 90% correction, right? 95% correction. Chopping sideways all of 2015, all of 2016. Chop sideways. Wear you down. Now, during this time, we didn't have the memes, and we hadn't even reached into the ICO phase yet, right? So while we were chopping sideways, the rest of the cryptocurrency space was pretty much doing the same thing. We didn't have NFTs, we didn't have memes, we didn't have tens of thousands of other altcoins, right? And so we were chopping sideways, so relatively to the rest of the space, we were kind of hanging in there. Now, this time around, what's different is that we have all these memes, we have all these NFTs, we have tens of thousands of different tokens. So when we see here XRP's performance chopping sideways once again, just like we were in 2016, and, you know, could we say that the performance of XRP during this time was pretty weak? Absolutely. Yeah, it was pretty crappy. But what happened next? Well, let me scale out this chart, and you can see how much I have to scale out. Oh, by the way, that's not it. That's just the first stop there in May of 2017. We're not done. Let's keep scaling this thing out. This is going to look like a speck on the chart here by the time I'm done. And that's where we went. Now, like I said, can you take this fractal and overlay our chart right now and say that XRP is going to go up by 50,000, 60,000% once again? No. But when we take a look at where we're at right now, right? Back down, right? You see how much we've corrected by basically the same amount. 85% correction. Chop sideways. Little bump up on the day that we got that ruling from Judge Torres to nearly $1. Crashed all the exchanges. Maybe if the exchanges could stay up, that might help XRP a little bit too. After they delisted us, you couldn't even get XRP. XRP was barely even available, and we still ran up incredibly. Now we chop sideways. We're getting back on exchanges. We're getting all this utility, all this development. Price doesn't reflect it yet. Worst performing crypto so far. What happens next? You think it's going to continue to be the worst performer? Now, when you go back to the chart there, what you'll see is that XRP took off, and just as we've seen in previous cycles, Bitcoin led the way, and then XRP followed. So XRP did an incredible run up here, right? Up to about 30, 40 cents, pulled back, chopped sideways through the rest of 2017, and then it exploded to finish off in January of 2018. Now, we're setting ourselves up very similar because where are we at in this bull run? See, a lot of folks, even some folks think that this bull run's, coming to an end here soon. Think that this is it. Some folks have counted it out. But what we're seeing here is that this cycle is tricking a lot of people. Are we going to run up as high as we, did last cycle for Bitcoin? I don't think we will. I don't think that we get the 3 and the 5x that we've seen in previous cycles for Bitcoin. I think that maybe we double up our previous all-time high, and that we're going to end up somewhere between about 120 to 150,000 for Bitcoin. Similar to Bitcoin, I think that XRP is not going to do what it did in 2017. Now, is it going to do what it did in 2021 or maybe even better? I think that you can make the case for that because we had a lawsuit suppressing us that we're now obviously still in. Ripple's still in the lawsuit. XRP in and of itself is not in the lawsuit. That's what's important. Are we back on exchanges right now? Yes. Do we have NFTs? Yes. AMM. And now we got the memes. Now we got all this other utility. We got the DID amendment. Now we're getting price oracles. We got a pipeline full of amendments on the way, bringing all this functionality and usability to the XRP ledger. And so to me, thank God for the opportunity. Thank goodness these guys continue to FUD, disrespect XRP, because it's allowing us to still get folks on board. Now, I know, we're on board. We want to pull up the gangplank and set sail and get moving down the road and see XRP perform. I know, I get it. I'm right there with you. And I will admit that I am disappointed in XRP's performance so far. But am I calling it quits? Am I giving up? Do I think that you should? Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you can see that for us to understand our thesis very well, we understand why we have such strong conviction in this asset, well, then you understand why we are laughing at articles like this that want to compare XRP's performance to Tether, to a stable coin. Oh, that was a good one, guys. That was a real good one. Yeah, right. And the whole joke of this is the rest of the space, although they've tried to do everything that they can to fight XRP, they can't kick us out of the top 10. And that's the funny part about that article. Yeah, it's the worst performing crypto in the top 10, but why can't you guys get rid of us? After 10 years, here we are still in the top 10, still ready to absolutely explode this bull run, which is why, as we've exposed, especially during this meme season, all these guys who are now getting into the memes, they didn't have to go buy more XRP. They already had the bag. And as we've been covering this, all these guys got the bag of XRP because they just can't help themselves. The Propto staff that put out this piece of crap article, it's a gotcha article, right? They like to kick us when we're down. When we were getting sued, nobody wanted to come to our defense. Now that we've won our lawsuit and the SEC's going after everybody else, they're all crying, running, oh, come help us out, XRP Army. Where were you guys at? But the ironic thing is that I would bet all my money that the Propto staff, whoever that is that wrote out this article, I guarantee you that they have some XRP. I guarantee you that they have some XRP. And now we're seeing it with the ETPs that are being filed for the ETPs for XRP. But then we're also looking at like Grayscale's fund. They already have their trust live. And we're seeing that the amount of XRP that they've accumulated has doubled in about the last month. So this is how the game's played. They FUD, disrespect, break it down, low blow jokes about us being a worse performing cryptocurrency than Tether. Oh, good one. While at the same time they got their bag. While at the same time they're accumulating. While at the same time they're doing deals with Ripple. Right? So this is how the game's played. Are they going to shake us out? Not over here. We ain't going anywhere. We've been here before. We're going to do it once again. Can I match up the 2017 fractal to where we're at right now? You could. I don't think that we do it. But even if we just get a piece of that 2017 fractal, that's already taken us to a 5. And I think that we got a 10 bagger on the way from today's price of 52 cents to $5 XRP. Some of you guys are going to say I'm too conservative. But let's stay conservative, right? 10 bagger. We can hold on to that 10 bagger. And if we're going to do more, then let's have ourselves some fun. Although it remains the worst performing cryptocurrency of this year so far in the top 10, I don't think that that's going to be the case. We still have 2 months left to go. Happy November, final stretch here. This bull run is far from over. So stay safe, stay liquid, continue prepping, continue praying, and I will see you guys in the next one. On the way out, let's make sure we smack it, and everything else is at zachrector.com. God bless you all. We'll see ya. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.